Hi everybody. Today I'm back with another Tammy Tutterow Stencil Girl stencil design video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you my Mad for Plaid stencil. You can see it here on this example. On this example I used Stephanie Bernard's Colorbox inks. In the video today I'm going to show you how to use it with distress inks. You can use any kind of ink that blends well. You can use paints, sprays, any kind of media that you like working with stencils. So this is Mad for Plaid, and you'll notice that it's very similar to the gingham. What makes a difference is that you have the two sections of lines, they're all varying widths. So gingham is always very, the stripes are always spaced exactly the same, but a plaid always has a variance. So the two sections you can see are two different sets. They're not the same pattern, just flipped. You can use them individually. They'd be really nice just as a stripe background on maybe a journaling page, great for using as lines for your journaling. But today I am going to show you how to use them together. And like in the other videos for these stencils, I'm working on Ranger's Mixed Media cardstock. I love this cardstock for using inks and sprays and paints because it's really nice and heavy and has a really nice smooth texture. But it really stands up to doing whatever type of mixed media type projects I want to do on it without getting soggy and warped. Okay, so to begin, you're going to place your stencil on your paper. I always like to tape it in place because I am not good at holding it still. Put a little tape down. And then you're simply going to begin applying color. It doesn't matter what order you apply it in. You can be really methodical in making sure that you go in a certain order. I'm not going to do that because I want it to just be really varied. So I'm just going to begin putting them in whatever order. Now you can try to keep the ink in one space, or you can apply it in two right together. There's no rules. There are no rules about plaid. So if you bleed over into another section, don't worry about it. You won't be able to tell later on. So we're going to do those two. Now you may notice that I'm using the blending tool flat and really just swiping and spreading almost like maybe like a marker. A lot of times when I work with stencils I like to pounce because you'll have edges on your stencil that will snag your foam and end up moving your stencil, and it just kind of makes a mess. The nice thing about these stencils is because of the thickness and because they're in straight lines, there's no snagging. So you don't have to really worry about that. So you can just put it right down on here flat and rub your ink right on. It's almost like coloring. Just apply it here, apply a little color there, wherever you want. No rules. It's time to re-ink that pad. It's a little bit dry, but we'll make it work. Okay. Oh, and pink. We can't forget the pink. Okay, do you see how easy or how quick that was? That's your first layer. You take your stencil off. Looks pretty cool in just stripes. But if you want to make the plaid, and you know you do, you're just going to lay your stencil right back down, match up the edges. This one's really easy to match since it's two boxes. Tape it in place. And then add your colors again. I'm going to turn this just to make it a little easier. You don't have to follow the same order you followed in the first stripes. The stripes don't match, and it's not going to look weird if you use a different order. So even though you did blue, purple, green, you can go in any order this direction. Let's do a little extra blue on the other end. You'll see, I hope you can see on the video here, as you apply this second layer, how much it softens and blends out that first layer. So you can still see that hint of the original pattern, you know, the other direction, but it softens it out and brings this new one to the top, which is just how it would be in a plaid fabric. So I like that it gives it really an authentic look, that they're blending together there and not just covering up. It also gives you some cool color variations too. Let's see. Let's do a little yellow right here too. So we still have pink. I think the trick here is not to overthink this. Just go with it. Probably want a little more yellow there. Oh, did I say not to overthink it? And here I am, overthinking it. Just want that yellow to be just a little more obvious. Okay, oh, and purple. Finish off with the purple. Now when I designed this, in my mind I knew it would work and I thought it would be really cool, but when I got the first set to test, the first time I did this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's really cool. And I love that it is quick and it's so easy, because if you're making your own background papers for things like cards, you don't want it to take a long time. And you want it to look interesting, but not so overpowering that it's going to take away from what you put as your focal. And I think this does that. I think it's interesting, it's soft, it's subtle, and it's quick, which is the most important part. So there we go. In just a few moments there, or minutes, we made our own background that's full of color. And the best part is you get to pick the colors, so it's going to match your stamped image or whatever you're putting in front of it. You can't beat that. Okay, so thanks for letting me share this. This is Mad for Plaid from Stencil Girl, designed by me, Tammy Tutterow, and hope you'll check out my other videos. I've got more coming in the next few days that'll share the other stencils. And don't forget to check out the ones I've already posted online and check out the great stencil designs of my collection. Thank you guys. Bye.